Hello everybody, Mike here, and in this video I want to go over everything you should know before you choose to buy Freedom Wars Remastered. This is a RPG, action RPG that came out originally, I believe, on the PS Vita so long ago. I think in 2014, maybe less than that. And it is finally getting revitalized in remastered format. And I believe in one of the interviews, the creator of it noted that if this does really well, they want to do a sequel. They actually really want to do a sequel after the first game, but it was locked to the PS Vita. And for those that are not familiar with that, in terms of like graphic fidelity and performance, things like that, Vita was something in between like a PS2 and PS3 as far as like visuals go and how a game performs from a technical standpoint and stuff like that. So that the fact that they're preserving this and having it come back is a big shocker in my opinion. Ben and Namco's help producing or at least publishing it, footing the bill, and it's coming to multiple platforms as well: PS5, PS4, Steam, and Nintendo Switch. Not sure what's going on with Xbox. I believe this originally was a PlayStation exclusive, so I don't think Xbox is even considered when bringing this back anyway. Because Xbox has just been shooting themselves in the foot by having the Xbox Series S and X be a thing, more so the S being a requirement to put their games on, and hopefully maybe next generation will do better. But back to Freedom Wars Remastered. So this game launches on January 10th, 2025. Now the Steam version says January 9th, so I guess they get a little bit early on the Steam version. Developers Dimps, and it supports up to 1 to 8 players multiplayer. They're bringing back the online mode, so really cool stuff there. I'll go into details about that in a bit. But for those that don't really know about this, as far as like the story, the setup, things like that, you are a character in this dystopian world, and for the crime of existing, your 1 million year sentence begins today. In a dystopian future, the world is ravaged by pollution and depleted of natural resources, and humanity lives in sprawling prison complexes called panopticons. Anyone born into this hellscape are deemed sinners. Players seek their freedom by volunteering for extremely dangerous combat operations to compete with other Panopticons for what remains of the planet's dwindling resources. Create a unique look that reflects your style with a vast array of options from facial features to clothing and accessories. Tailor your weapon loadouts and gear to suit your gameplay preferences. Stand out in the fight for freedom. Freedom Wars Remastered brings enhancements such as 4K resolution, upgraded textures, and 60 FPS performance on PlayStation and PC, an overhauled weapon crafting system, and other gameplay upgrades, as well as adding difficulty settings. Improved graphics bring environments and all characters to life, while refined controls ensure more response and intuitive gameplay. You can join forces with up to 7 players in Freedom Wars co-op mode, work together to rescue citizens, and take down massive abductors in fast-paced, action-packed missions with dynamic teamwork and strategy. You'll face ever-evolving challenges that demand skill, coordination, and quick thinking. There is also a systems feature overview trailer that was released that goes into more details about it, adjusting game balance and increased difficulty, adding a deadly center mode option, I believe, that wasn't in the original game. There's a control customization feature as well. You as the player will be mastering three-dimensional combat using a thorn to quickly traverse the battlefield and latch onto towering abductors. Dismantle abductors to harvest parts to craft and upgrade your equipment. Deep character customization with dystopic clothing designs. Create your own accessory, a customizable android companion who will join you on your missions and aid in battle. You can engage in casual player versus player matches with custom battle rules as well. Now, when it comes to the pricing, Freedom Wars Remastered is priced at $40 USD, which is a standard price for this, and I think that's a good price point to hit at. I know, I think on the Vita though is like on sale a lot for like really cheap, like $5 or $10, but this is the remastered version, so they're gonna price it along these lines, and I think this is a fair budget title. There is a extra edition called the Freedom Wars Remastered Contribution Edition. That version gives you a boost pack and a digital art book. So for $10 more, it's $50. So that's up to you if you want to get that version or not. But I think the standard version will do you just fine. And it's wonderful that games like this are making a comeback in some way. I hope this does well. I definitely want to check this out at some point. Probably not right away just because I'm so busy with other stuff right now. But this is something I want to get out there to you guys, inform you on. So that way, if you do decide to purchase it, you can make an informed decision if you want to get it right away, wait, or just ignore it and play something else, or focus on something else basically. but you love to see it. I want more and more RPGs from back in the day where they're locked to the PS Vita, the PS2, or just other platforms to make it come back. We've been seeing that more and more overall in this industry where we're getting more preservation of these older RPGs, these older games in general. We had Quest 3 HD2 remake, for example, not too long ago drop. We got 1 and 2 coming later on this year. Fighting game wise, we got the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 coming out this year. Recently had the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. And it's just great to see these games, whether they're fighting games, RPGs, adventure, like even the Tomb Raider games, I think are making a comeback as well. The older versions, like in some way, be brought back, be preserved so that a modern audience can enjoy them. Especially when it's hard to find physical copies for some of these games, or you can no longer find physical copies of these games. So that's all I have for you today with everything you should know about Freedom Wars Remastered. Is this a game you want to pick up right away or wait on? What do you think about this? I know this game's kind of come off like maybe part Monster Hunter-ish as well too in some aspects, which it is, as well as just being like a fun JRPG. I think that I personally missed out on, and I want to try out at some point. But we'd love to hear from you. Sound off in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. My name is Mike, and I'll see you in the next video.